The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Don't be so quick to walk away. It's me. I wanna rock your body. Please stay. It's me. You don't have to admit you want away. It's me. Let me rock you to the break of day. It's me. Got time, but I don't mind. Just wanna rock you, girl. I'll have whatever you have. Come on, let's give it a whirl. See, I've been watching you, and I like the way you move. So go ahead, girl, just do that ass shaking thing you do. So you grab your girls and you grab a couple more, and you all can meet me in the middle of a floor. So the air is thick, it's smelling right. So you pass to the left and you sail to the right. Don't be so quick to walk away. It's me. I wanna rock your body. Please stay. It's me. You don't have to admit you want away. It's me. Let me rock you to the break of day. It's me. I don't need no heart. Just wanna rock you, girl. You can move, but be calm. Let's go, let's give it a whirl. See, it appears to me you like the way I move. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Pull you close and share my groove. So you grab your girls and you grab a couple more, and you all can meet me in the middle of the floor. So the air is thick, it's smelling right. So you pass to the left and you sail to the right. Don't be so quick to walk away. It's me. I wanna rock your body. Please stay. It's me. You don't have to admit you want away. It's me. Let me rock you to the break of day. It's me.
Talk to me, boy.
Disrespect, I don't mean no harm.
Talk to me, boy.
I can't wait to have you in my arms.
Talk to me, boy.
Hurry up, cause you're taking too long.
Talk to me, boy.
Have you naked by the end of this song. So what did you come
I
for?
came to dance with you.
Wanna hear
Came
more.
to romance with you.
For love,
And don't take a chance if love is here on the floor.
girl. Hey, it's me. Yeah. Come on, baby. Don't be so quick to don't walk away. Come on, dance with me. I wanna rock your body. Let me rock your body. Come on, dance with me. You don't have to admit you. Don't have to admit you. Wanna play, just dance with me. Let me rock you. Do 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 do. Hey, come on, dance with me.
Talk to me, boy.
No disrespect, I don't mean no harm.
Talk to me, boy.
I can't wait to have you in my arms.
Talk to me, boy.
Hurry up, cause you're taking too long,
Talk
baby.
to me, boy.
Better have you naked by the end of this song.
Boom, 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 sha. Boom, 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 sha. Boom, 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 sha. Boom, 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 sha.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
I'm just thinking of you.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
We could do something.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
I like the way you look right now.
Don't be so quick to walk away.
Come over here, baby. Are you feeling me? Let's do something. Let's make a bet. Cause I better have you naked by the end of this song.
Let's get it, funk up on that fun up on up.
Everybody get on up, cause you know we got to get it wrong. Mary J is in the spot tonight, and I'ma make you feel alright. Come on, baby, just party with me. Let loose and set your body free. Leave your situations at the door, so when you step inside, jump on the floor.
Let's get it crunk up on in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're floating, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me.
It's only gonna be about a matter of time before you get loose and start to lose your mind. Cop you a drink, go ahead and rock your eyes, cause we're celebrating no more drama in our lives. With the great track pumping, everybody's jumping. Go ahead and twist your back and get your body bumping. I told you leave your situations at the door, so grab somebody and get your ass on the dance floor.
Let's get it crunk up on that fun up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're floating, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Don't need no haters,
Y'all, we don't need
we're
no
just trying to love one another. We just want
So, you're listening to the 419 Grind, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Good morning.
I think you turned me down too much.
Did I?
I mess everything up. Yeah, now my voice is down a little too low. Just put it back where it was. Put it back where it was. There we go.
It's just the certain music be like that.
It's a party up in this motherfucker.
Hey, as it should be.
Day.
What up, Grinder?
Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show with Shae, Clyde, Green, and Jay, and Dennis Sawan.
What's up, guys?
On Wednesday.
He played hooky last week, so he back with us.
Hooky.
I didn't get a doctor's note, though.
It's cool.
Unexcused absence?
No, you got a fresh lining, so we already know what time it was.
He was down the way.
Down the way.
Down in the deep south.
Dirty.
Good morning, Grinders. Like and love and share this live, please. Yeah,
Now boogie on out.
if you at that flashlight, stoplight, let me see them shoulders move.
If you late for work, go ahead boogie out. If you late,
Y'all might as well be a little later, right?
enjoy yourself.
Tony, you've been missing for a few days. Don't start with, it does start at 8:30. You hear music starting
my
right
God.
at 8:30. You don't
Tony
hear our
said right at
When's
voices
the last time?
until 8:45. It always go like this, Tony.
What in the
Don't
world
do
is
us
she
like
talking
that,
She always
honey.
want to fuss when we boogie.
Music comes on at
She been gone
8:30.
so long that she forgot what was really going on.
Music always is on at 8:30, hon.
Yeah. So, what day is it?
First of the month. Oh, that too.
We switched. Do it.
It is the
What day
first
is
of
it?
the month, though.
First, hump day.
I was trying to do it like
I feel like you're struggling there.
I was trying to do it like you.
But it's the first of the month, though.
Hey,
Welcome to December, y'all.
Welcome to the first of the month.
hey, it's the last
December
month of the
1st.
year.
Ooh,
Already.
2022 is about
Oh,
to be here so
Already, Dennis.
Yep.
cash your checks and come on. Come on, Den Dog. His name Den Dog when he got that new line.
fast.
Hey.
Didn't dog.
Den dog.
Den Dog.
I don't like
Den
that.
Dog. Wait, Den Dog and Cordy Sheehan. We about to start a new movie. 419 cartoon grind. Animal grind.
Y'all spend that first of the month money wisely.
Mine's gone already. Got it at midnight. It's gone at 8 a.m.
Like the middleman gave it right to the rent, man.
Wow.
Here you go.
Well, shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox,
Hot box.
Mud City Entertainment,
Yep.
J. Russ Jennings,
Uh-huh.
Sasha Denise, Umadab Lucas County,
Freedom.
Sawan and Sawan,
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Oh, twice.
Social Butterfly,
Hey, Miss Carter.
O. Henry's Kitchen on Wheels,
Rolling.
Little Tots Transportation,
Skirt, skirt.
Beep, beep.
A Servant's Heart,
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
Stand up.
Healthy Spot Nutrition,
Hit the spot.
Purple Hearts,
Purple rain.
Gang, gang.
Miss D's Kitchen,
Chicken wings and things.
and Dr. Shiva
Wait a minute.
Billions.
Where the...
Oh, oh, new sponsor.
Red
Red
alert.
alert, red alert. New sponsor.
Shout out to Dr. Shiva Billions.
Billions.
Make it rain. Make it rain.
Hey.
Make it rain. Make it rain.
And if you would like to become a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
And grind.
at the 419grind.com, and you can become a sponsor of our show.
And we'll make up a creative sound for your name.
Yes. Y'all liking my ad libs. You got to pay extra for the singing.
Somebody
right.
said they want to
Dennis-
see Dennis dance.
Just like Dre says she wants to see me dance, you got to pay extra for that, too.
Cash App, the
I said the
419
same
grind.
thing, Dennis. I said the
They
same
got to
thing.
pay, send it to our Cash App.
Got bills. Come on.
This is entertainment.
Good morning, Miss Sonia. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody on the
I'm ready. Look, got a question already on deck.
Listen.
So we, if y'all got any questions, call. Can we have people call before or after?
Whenever they want. Preferably not right in the middle of when I'm
Yeah, not
talking about something.
not
But
in the middle,
whatever. Come on.
After? Okay, Shae says after.
After?
All right. So Dennis, you got training time?
Or you can put him in the
know it.
comments.
Because you know he got his stuff. But wait, I didn't even give weather traffic. Y'all so
I know.
excited. Like, what's going
I haven't
on?
been here for a week.
I know. Why you so
I'm sorry.
excited?
Yeah, Dennis is here. Go ahead.
Dennis ready to spit
You
that
can do weather
fire.
traffic with the music playing. I like it.
All right, here I go. Yeah, I got the flow. I'm coming with the weather traffic. This is a go. The temperature is 34. The high we gonna get to 45. Clyde, the sun ain't coming alive. It's gonna be cloudy. all day. How was your way? It was clear for May, but it's school time. Buses out the way. Give it a little time.
That's very, very creative, Shae.
On the spot.
I didn't think you could pull it off.
Why would you not?
I don't know.
I'm Shae K.
I'm sorry.
On the 419 Rise and Grind Morning Show. We number one because what?
Give her a boom.
We
Give her a boom.
versatile
For a
in this
reason.
motherfucking thing.
For a reason.
Okay, off the
Just
dome.
My way was clear. I took the streets. I went to Tim Hortons to get donuts for the crew.
Thank you.
And the guy in front of me paid for my donuts.
Oh, one of those like
It brought
paid
a
for
tear to
things?
my eye.
You know, I read something though about like employees hate that paid forward thing because it like gets
Why?
all confusing.
Yeah, because they're like, oh,
yeah. But anyway, that's really nice.
yeah. I've
That
never
is
had that
really
happen
Tis the
nice.
before.
season, right?
Yeah. I've never had that happen to me before.
Now we
It
get
was very,
double.
very touching. Huh?
So we get double. Now we
Yeah,
get
so I
food
ordered some,
and donuts
yeah.
now. That's why them clothes came up because I know some food coming. I get happy. Love you too, Tony.
We'll rap for food.
But y'all didn't have no trouble getting here, right?
No.
That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
All right. Now
Now it's time.
Now
Yeah,
it's
now
your
it's
turn.
time. I'm sorry, Dennis.
No, it's all good. Don't be sorry. I like the energy today. You guys are buzzing on this first of the month.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels good. Feel like a Friday.
Feel like summer in this world.
Yeah, you guys have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You still eating them leftovers?
Nah, I left and came back. I don't have any
we know if you
leftovers.
packed some. You
But-
packed some sweet potato pie or something?
No.
Okay,
You good
good.
down there?
What's up?
Did you eat good down there?
You know it.
Did they make pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie or both?
So many pies. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. You didn't name me like 5, 6 pies.
Did the potato salad got raisins?
No.
See,
I was a
see,
macaroni.
that's
not-
you,
that's
Y'all
not in
have
the South.
macaroni cheese or macaroni
not in the South.
salad?
Not in the South. That's a
neither.
North thing.
What?
Yeah,
I said that they have macaroni cheese or macaroni salad. He said neither.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They had mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know.
So,
You know.
You know it.
lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Tis the season.
Tis the
Tis the
season.
season.
Well, let's talk about something that someone who probably doesn't have a whole lot to be thankful for, or
man.
maybe does,
Uh-oh,
or
what
maybe
happened?
does. I don't know. So Kim Kardashian, back in 2015, she was in Paris. You guys have probably heard this story,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and she got basically a bunch of people dressed as police officers came into her swanky Paris hotel and stole $10 million worth of jewelry. This was things like 2 Cartier diamond bracelets, a gold Jacob necklace, earrings with diamonds, all sorts of stuff. So $10 million. They never found the jewelry. Crazy enough, it just disappeared, which you'd think like that'd be real hard to make disappear, but I guess you break the diamonds down, you resell them. Man, look at that. Donuts and Chick-fil-A?
That's what I'm
point.
saying. Yes.
Well, finally, after 5 years of investigating, a judge finally ordered that 12 people are going to stand trial for this whole thing. But, you know, one of the wildest parts of this story is that one of the guys, he's a 68-year-old man named Yunus Abbas, he wrote a book basically admitting his role in this in 2017.
What?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. He basically admitted full on everything that he did. He poked fun at Kim Kardashian in the book, saying that they brainlessly called 911. And of course, for all of us, we're like, well, of course you'd call 911, right? But in Paris, 911 is not 911 as we know it here. So he was basically making fun of her in this book, saying like, why would you call 911, you stupid American, more or less? You can only
Well,
clear
so
in
what
Paris.
they call 911 for over there?
I don't know. That's what they thought. I mean, if you were in Paris, what would you do? I'd call 911.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder what they 911
I don't
do.
know.
Murders only?
I don't know.
Maybe there's a
pest control.
311.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, so he kind of made fun of her for saying that was like a useless emergency line in Paris. He admitted that he used old people to case the joint before they went and did this robbery. Basically because like nobody would suspect that old people would be involved. And it's one of the strangest things because you never
Did
would
he
see.
think it was over?
Nah, he stupid talking
know
about
he
us
still
calling
got it?
911. Why would you just write a whole book?
Because he wrote the book. He got arrested in 2017. He wrote the book afterwards. I mean, imagine being so famous that if you rob that person, then you're famous. Like, that's
Right.
crazy, right? That's a different level
He
of fame.
could switch up the names to protect
Right. To protect himself or anything.
Yeah, and it's like maybe he was trying to make the money so he could hire a lawyer, and then he's going to hire a lawyer, and the lawyer's going to say, you admitted this all in a book, I can't do anything for you?
Yeah,
like,
I'm
it's just like
confused.
dumb. The whole thing is just dumb. But,
Yeah, that's
you know,
crazy.
whatever. I don't know. He's 68 years old, too, so like if he
He's
doesn't...
68.
Yeah.
And he had older people than him to case to.
At the time, he was in his late 50s.
He had the
No.
Or he was early 60s.
He had the
That was-
nursing
this
home.
happened in
It was
2016.
5 years ago.
Okay, so
So
5 years ago.
63.
You're still 63.
Yeah.
You're too grown for that.
He was in his early
He's a
60s.
senior citizen.
He was in his
And he
early.
had some people.
Yeah,
He
had
found older people to go.
Another
go
thing
and
he
do it.
wrote about in the book is he said he stole Kim Kardashian's cell phone, and that while he was leaving the scene, that Tracy Chapman, the singer, called the phone, and he couldn't
wow.
believe that it was real. So like he wrote about all of this. Now maybe he was just making all of this up, but
Probably.
it's going to be real hard, I think, at trial to be like, that wasn't really me. I just was talking about, a fantasy that I had. I really didn't do anything of this. It doesn't seem like all that
What's
probable.
the name of the book?
I don't know. World's dumbest criminals.
Right.
Yeah. Jason said it's 1-7 in Paris. Whatever that is.
So I wonder what the 911 what they say when she answered like, hello, I just been robbed.
Maybe it just goes
and they
to
said we're
nothing.
gonna send somebody out there.
I don't think it goes to anything. Maybe it's just like a.
But like of all the things, like you rob $10 million out of somebody, and then you make fun of them for not knowing the right number to call, like in a book. It's just
now we making fun of you for telling on yourself in the book.
Yeah, another one though, the mastermind of this whole thing also wrote her an apology letter, Kim Kardashian apology letter, basically saying like, I know how traumatic this was for you, and I'm really sorry that I did this. So they're just admitting everything across the board.
This was a different one?
Yeah, another person.
Wow.
They must got troops around they jail water. Something.
All right,
Who is Tracy Chapman? I'm sorry.
You know the song Fast Car?
How it goes?
Give me one reason to stay here.
What?
That's one too, I think.
Give me one reason to stay here.
Oh, no.
And I'll turn right back
What was so
around.
crazy about that? He's supposed to be like a legend or something?
She.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, maybe like it was like, what, 90s?
80s, late 80s,
Early
90s, yeah.
Oh.
She was just born.
She's like a folk singer of sorts.
Yeah, folk singer.
Kind of, yeah.
Let me play a song for Shae.
Oh.
What was that song you said?
Fast Car's one, or I don't know the other one, but I know the one you're talking about. I just don't know the name. Yeah.
I sing that at karaoke. Give me one reason.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, give me one reason. I sing that at karaoke.
He said he'd like to see that.
Yeah, one day you will.
Nice.
One day soon.
Yep, so.
Never heard this one?
Making me want to go to sleep.
It's definitely
It
a
seems
lullaby.
calming. I was about to say it seems
You gotta hear her
calming.
voice though. I mean, that's the real thing.
You get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere.
No, it's not
Turn it
ringing
off.
any
Okay, what
bell.
about this one?
Know this song.
Yeah, you gotta know
This
this.
has been in some movies too.
You gotta know this song.
Let me hear when the words start.
This is him up front with the mic and karaoke. Like,
Hold on, I got this. It's coming. It's about to start.
At some point, yeah.
Okay.
Eventually.
Here you go.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, sing.
Give me one reason to stay here. And I'll turn right back around.
And out of all the songs you picked this one for karaoke.
That's the only song I picked.
But I'm saying this
That's
was,
a classic.
This was in your selection.
People love that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Really?
That's our song.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Tracy Chapman called Kim Kardashian right after the phone got stolen.
Okay. Moving
Means a
right
little
along.
more to
That's what
something.
that's what
All right, so this is a pretty crazy story. Anyone use Secret or Old Spice deodorants?
Clyde.
I do.
Yeah.
I got
I use Old
got
Spice.
I got some swag right there. So
I was about to say, I knew you got
damn.
Well, yeah, I don't think it affected the swagger.
It ain't the only time
Nothing's
I
gonna knock
use, but I
off
got some.
that swagger, but officials at Procter & Gamble are recalling more than 15 different deodorants and aerosol sprays.
What?
It's
Yeah,
some
that.
swagger right there.
But
Yeah, you can't use
the
it.
hardest working collection? Do you have the
I
hardest?
don't know.
The
You
hardest
better
working.
get it so you can get some money.
Look, you might as well. So here's the deal, guys. They're recalling these because they're afraid that benzene that was found in these deodorants might cause cancer.
What?
It's
Damn.
not like it would immediately cause cancer, but with repeated use,
Over
that
the
risk
years,
goes up. Yeah.
yeah.
And deodorant's one of those things that hopefully everybody's putting on every day, but you never know.
and if you got your favorite one, you buying
Right.
the same one.
Right. So they're.
Benzene is horrible. I used to clean that up. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
so what happened was that
Damn.
there was some sunscreen that was made by Procter & Gamble that they found benzene in as well earlier this last summer. And so that launched a voluntary investigation by Procter & Gamble, and they found out that in these 16 deodorants, there's also trace amounts of benzene as well. They don't really know how it got into the deodorant because benzene is not used in the production process at all. But they think maybe it was one of the things like the alcohol that they put in there, that maybe that was in that, and then it got incorporated into the deodorant. So they're recalling all sorts of different products right now. The hardest working collection, whatever that is one of the big things that this affects, and also a lot of the Secret Fresh collection. So a number of scents from there: water lily, lavender, light essentials, spray rose. If you have that, you really should check with Procter & Gamble to make sure that that's not subject to that recall. If it is, get rid of it immediately. Perhaps take a picture of it though to make sure that you have some evidence that you had it at some point in time, because hopefully you never have to have this problem. But if eventually you find out that you have some sort of blood cancer or something else, it may be linked to this in the future.
That's crazy.
I've been using Old Spice deodorant since like early this year.
Just early this year.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's not one of these.
Right.
If
But
so,
do you
we
have
get some
the
money.
Do you have the stronger swagger or just the regular swagger? I mean, I think you would have a strong
Yeah,
swagger.
I'm about to say, yeah, I feel like you got a case, Clyde. We got to go see what you got.
Check what you got.
We need a supplement.
I would check what I got though. 'Cause that's wild.
Ain't that wild? I use Dove.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, luckily they figured this out voluntarily, because the other way that this would have just gone on for years, and then somebody would have figured it out when they actually had cancer and tried to.
Old Spice been around for a long time.
Yeah, it has,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And
So
they
the
think
recipe ain't changed that much.
no, they think that like you have to remember that they don't make necessarily like all the ingredients that go into the deodorant, like the aloe vera extract or like the alcohol that goes into it. So it's possible that some of the manufacturers of that let some of this stuff slip in, and then they just sort of got it into their product that way. But nonetheless, at least they caught it.
Right.
Because, this stuff can cause blood cancers, bone marrow cancers, blood disorders, all sorts of other stuff. And deodorant's one of those things that really gets into your body because of your pores under your arms and the frequency that you use it. That can be particularly dangerous. So,
what's crazy is
That's why Muslims don't use it.
yeah. What about that?
What they use?
Like natural stuff. Like my kid's mother, like since maybe like a couple years ago, stopped letting my kids use regular deodorants because some deodorants may cause cancer.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's in deodorants, it's in the baby powder.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what
like
they say,
all that
fresh
stuff,
baby
like
powder.
Sunscreen.
She buys all natural stuff from Sonya Organics. Like she's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But you understand too, like I say, we didn't come. We weren't created with all that stuff.
Right.
All those chemicals, yeah.
Right, that's man-made. So
Yeah, there are other options
Yeah.
out there, but they said basically go online and you can ask for a refund if you had purchased these. I mean,
Y'all get a checkup, please. Y'all get a free doctor visit.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
$4.50.
That add up though.
Yeah, but
Sure.
no, it's going to cost them some serious money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, as it should, and it's going to cost them a lot less than if somebody figures out that they got cancer because of this. The
Right.
problem is that sometimes cancers take so long to
Develop
that like 10, 20 years down the road, you might figure it out, and then you got to try to unwind and figure out what it was. And there's so many things in the environment that could do this to us that this is the better way to handle it up front, figure it out, take the responsibility, and get it off the market,
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
There you go.
Damn.
Anyways, what do you guys think about police using drones?
Is it an invasion?
They gonna
of
catch you up.
privacy?
I was about to say, ain't that kind of invasion of privacy?
You're saying
I would say that.
Well,
Depending on the circumstances.
Yeah, but I say, well,
I would say it's okay because instead of having squad cars rolling around, they will have drones, policing the area instead.
but don't drones record what they see?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if you going past my window and I'm getting out the shower?
Well, yeah,
You see me?
that's the only problem. And
Or my
they have
kids.
those cameras on the corner sometimes, so that's probably where they're starting at with the cameras in the corners, right?
Yeah, so like a lot of police forces now do use drones. And there isn't really a clear line as to when they can and cannot use them. So there's been a new law that was proposed in Ohio recently that would limit drone usage both for personal and police use. So the FAA sets a bunch of rules about how to fly drones, and actually I am a licensed drone pilot. It's like I went through this whole thing.
Give him a boom.
No, well, I'll take a boom for it. Sure, I'll take a boom for it. Yeah, why not? Give me one.
We talked about this before. though.
Give me
Hey,
one.
but you know what though? I think they're talking about them kind of drones that hover.
Yep.
Like they hover like 24 hours.
Wait, but what you was
Yeah.
about to finish saying?
Well, so here's the deal. Like the FAA guidelines have a lot of rules about like don't fly over crowds, don't fly too low, don't fly near buildings. Like there's a lot of rules related to that. But Ohio wants to take one step further, and they want to put these "don't be a jerk" rules in place. That's what I'm going to call them. And it's basically don't do certain things that would be careless or reckless when you're flying these things that might injure somebody. And it says that if you do that, then you could have a maximum 6-month jail sentence, $500 fine. So it's getting some teeth to people who fly a drone, for example, into a crowd and hurt somebody, right? And on the other side of this, there's another law that was just proposed that would limit how police can use these drones. And basically, they are saying that if this passes, which it hasn't, it needs to be only admissible in court if it had a warrant before they flew the drone, which I think is generally a fine way to handle it,
Right.
because for them to come into your house, they got to have a warrant to do that, or some sort of extreme circumstance where somebody's like, about to get killed, basically. So I think that's probably the way to handle it, is not whether or not they can catch the footage. It's whether or not they can use it against.
They have to go to the judge, get like a surveillance warrant.
Yep. And then in that case, they would have to detail the evidence that they expect that drone's going to find, and how that data is going to be recorded, and how long it's going to be stored, so that there's some guardrails.
So it's not like they're going to be like drones just flying around.
Is it gonna have police lights so we know that that's the police?
Yeah, and that too.
Or you gonna know if that's somebody in the neighborhood drone?
Well, I don't know if a judge allows you to do it. I don't know if it matters if you tell the people that you're gonna do it. You know, it depends, I guess. Like some warrants are served without you necessarily knowing that the warrant was out there, right? Like they show up at the door, kick your door in, and give you the piece of paper. So I don't know. It's gonna be.
In some states, like the highway patrol, they have to be illuminated. They can't be sitting with their lights off and then pull you over.
Or even just like some things in the street, they blink.
Yeah, that's true.
What's that? Oh yeah. With the red.
But that's
like they yellow, or I mean they red.
That's for a different reason. I think that's actually for like a deterrent effect. So people like see it in the sky that there's a police camera on there, and then they don't do anything, right?
Well,
like
that's what I was thinking when you said drone. That was going to be like a deterrent. Instead of having police cars patrol, it would have drones with the lights.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, well, this would be
kind of like what was that movie with Sylvester Stallone?
Demolition Man?
Yeah, Demolition Man.
Okay. I was thinking that too.
That's crazy because
they're also.
And how long ago did that came out?
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? We about to be like the living real life Jetsons.
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
No, that's reality.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And there would be exceptions to this warrant requirement here if there was people who are in imminent danger. So like if there was a gunman on the loose, or if there was a weather-provoked disaster like a flood or a hurricane, then the police could use the drones to try to identify people and help them. So they wouldn't be in all circumstances, but if they want to, go try to figure out some drug activity or something, they can't just fly over your house and watch everything that you're doing. They need to have a reason why they're doing that. Now, whether or not this law passes, I don't know. And right now it's kind of the Wild West a little bit because these police departments all have drones. Almost all of them.
I mean, they watch it regardless. I mean,
but that's super watching.
Police do it.
Yeah, that's not like just like a camera at the corner. That's like in your window and then in the other window. Like that's
what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Especially when they come kick it down, that kind of give you some time to flush stuff. This time they're gonna be looking, zooming. Right. Nope, we see exactly.
And as you see right there, he's flushing the dope right now.
And then they went through the back. And see, that's crazy.
Looks like he poured a little Lysol down there as well, try to clear it up.
And it's what's even more crazier. Even though that they're really cracking down, you would think that that's like super cracking down. Let me not do nothing. People still about to act the fool.
Oh yeah.
They're still not about to stop.
People with tinted windows on their house.
You only have 30% on your window on your house windows.
I'm telling you.
Not tinted window houses.
Garbage bags up to their shit.
With the rails. Like,
Right.
This garbage bag ain't going nowhere.
We got a little straps hooked to some nails. That's gonna be a broke one. Shit, I ain't paying for no tent. This garbage bag work just good. And I can throw trash in that way.
Not throw trash in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. So we'll see what happens with that law. I don't know if it's going to pass or not. I'm sure it'll hit some headwinds, but I think some guardrails on the use of police drones is probably a smart idea, So anyways, you guys ever been accused of something you didn't do?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And how's that feel?
Terrible.
I'd be pissed, but then I'd be mad when people try to say, "Well, you get mad. That mean you lying."
Right,
no, I'm mad because you really don't believe that I really didn't do this.
It's got to be one of the most infuriating things, right?
Yes.
So check this out. These couples in Mobile, Alabama, and they go to a Walmart, and the Walmart employees falsely accuse them of stealing something. And they were at the self-checkout at the Walmart, which I'm sure we've all used at some point or another.
Our favorite thing.
Yep, she's with her husband, her 3 kids, and there was this malfunctioning scanner. So it wasn't working right. You try to scan things, it isn't working right. So she got some help from one of the Walmart associates. So there was an associate right there the whole time. After she thought she'd finished, she paid. She was stopped by an asset protection manager.
Loss prevention.
Yep. And they took her to a little room. And she thinks, hey, look, this is going to be resolved pretty quickly. I had an associate there. I paid for everything, etc. She was ultimately charged with stealing $48 worth of groceries, 11 items in all, including Christmas lights, a loaf of bread, and some Captain Crunch cereal. She was arrested.
Was it all berries? No, it was all berries.
I don't know. That would have been a felony, I think.
Okay, man. The Captain Crunch just like the scanner.
These are Oops All Berries. These are exclusive. We would have let you slide if you would have got the original. But the Oops All Berries cost us
It's too
extra.
far. That's a line too far.
That's too much.
So she was arrested. She had her mugshot taken.
Damn.
And then after that, the criminal charges were dropped because no one from Walmart showed up at court.
What?
So she said, of course, hey, look, this damaged my reputation. That was already done. I can't do anything about that, and I can't make a living having this theft felony charge on my
Right.
record. So I need something to. You need to do something about this, Walmart. And Walmart said, look, we're not going to do anything about it, but what we will do is we're going to send you a demand letter that says that if you pay us $200, we'll drop the criminal case.
What?
So they were basically trying to extort her to admit that she stole this stuff, pay more money than the value of the items anyways, and then make this go away. And what's crazy is that a University of Nebraska law professor did a review of all the times that Walmart has tried to do this. And apparently they did this to 1.4 million people across the country.
What?
They collected more than $300 million.
People paid it?
$300 million in this. It's extortion. I mean, plain and simple.
200 a head.
So,
That's crazy.
You know what though?
crazy?
You know why? Because people know they be skipping stuff at the scanner. So every other
But they probably
sometime.
just don't
No,
want that felony.
that's
They paying
crazy,
that $200, but that is freaking crazy.
But it's the fact that they're leaning on you after they file criminal charges. Like,
Right.
hey, we can make these criminal charges go away if you pay for it. Like
Yeah,
that's
right.
not
That
that's
crazy?
not acceptable use of the system, right?
No.
So this woman stood up for this. She finally said, "Look, enough's enough. I'm not taking any money from you. I want this thing to go to a jury. I want it to go to the box. Let's figure this out." And they went to a jury. Walmart claimed that there was a video that showed that she did steal this stuff, but they never once produced the video. And a jury hit Walmart for $2.1 million.
What?
She got paid?
$2.1
That's what she
million.
got?
Yeah.
Damn.
So good for her. She gets a
Yeah,
bomb. Give
she
her a
needs
bomb.
a bomb.
Yeah, Ashley Nurse.
Let me
You get
go
a bomb.
act like I'm stealing.
Act like I'm
Let me go act like I'm stealing. I'm going to cause a whole scene.
Wow, that's crazy.
Unanimous jury award.
Damn.
$2.1 million. So
Wow.
And I don't care about a
good for
pending.
her.
I don't care about a pending felony if it's gonna come on.
But now, of course, Walmart's collected
bet you-
$300 million from this like extortion scheme where they're saying, "Hey, pay us and we'll make the criminal."
All these
case
other
go."
people feel
Damn.
stupid
I
for
bet
paying
you-
that
Yeah, 'cause I
$200.
wasn't about to be doing that.
I bet you she eating all berries now. The berries for the berries.
Oops on your ass.
Her face about to be on the box.
So
Damn.
the lawsuit, and what I think really upset the jury was that it was an abuse of process lawsuit. It was, hey, you're using this criminal case to try to leverage me to pay you money,
Right.
And the jury was unanimously upset about this whole situation, as they should be. So
And you know who else used to do that, Dennis? People that be in collections for them pay their advance loans. They got in trouble for doing that, calling people, telling them.
same thing.
Are those still even around?
No, that's why they're not, because they was
Ain't none of them around, huh?
They was
Damn, I
aggressively-
owe 2 of them, so what, they just dropped the charges.
Man, I owed a couple myself. I ain't putting
They
on.
probably
You know,
filed
that is
bankruptcy.
so funny. I thought
So they
about
used to
that. I'm
call
like, where are they
aggressive.
at?
One dude called me like, man, we about to come get you, take you to jail. You need to send $800 now. I'm like, man, hold on, bro.
That's what they said?
So
I used to close my bank account and just open up another one.
That
You ain't
too.
getting mad.
So we got a couple questions in the comments here. Let's address these. So
Oh,
first of
yeah.
all, Tony's talking about this person who had their sentence commuted.
Exonerated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait.
there was a death sentence for Julius Jones, and it
Oh, yeah.
in I
Oh,
think
you're talking about
Oklahoma,
somebody else. Okay.
and then it was commuted to life.
Life.
And then we're also in the comments somebody's talking about how recently somebody was exonerated.
43 years.
Yeah. So look, here's my thought on all of this. Right. We never know with 100% certainty whether somebody did something. It's just a fact of it. And anybody who tells you that they are 100% certain every time is a
Right.
complete liar. So basically, my view of this is, number one, we should be very careful with the death sentence, period.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we should really use the death sentence.
I don't like it.
Because what if we're wrong?
Right.
What if one time we've been wrong? I'm sure we have. I'm sure
Yeah.
we've killed somebody one time in this world. that
Oh,
we've been wrong.
yes, I'm pretty sure.
And I think the
Right.
exonerations show that, right? So, like, I think that there are circumstances where people will point to, well, that person did horrible stuff. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right.
But we don't know 100% of the time.
Right.
And I don't think that anybody should sit here and say that we are 100% infallible and we don't ever make mistakes. We're humans and we make mistakes. So I think that having people serve life, while it's expensive in some ways, you also have to remember the death sentence is a super expensive process.
It is.
There's so many appeals that go on that it's often more expensive to let somebody appeal that 1 million times than just let them sit in jail for the rest of their life. So, I mean, I think that this is all kind of good trending, I think, in the right direction, where we're seeing exonerations of people who were innocent to begin with,
right,
and probably should not have done that time in jail to begin with, and also people being a little bit more lenient about the death sentence and being a little bit more cautious about it. I'm not saying that in all circumstances, eye for an eye, right? Sometimes people do things where that's justice, right?
Right.
Well, the one guy,
Well, I was about to say
the state don't feel like they owe him.
He was in jail for 43 years.
Well, they're gonna owe him some money.
They said no.
They're gonna pay that man.
What state is
Ain't that crazy?
They're gonna pay that man.
That was, let me see, because I reported it. Let me see.
Missouri, because the state law said that they can only he's only liable for payment if he's found not guilty because of DNA testing.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's why they didn't give him the money.
No,
but GoFundMe.
I don't know. I mean, they should pay the man. As far as like, what is
25,000
justice?
people
What is
donated.
Look, sometimes the law and what justice looks like are not the same thing, right? But in my view, if somebody sits in jail for something they did not do, they
43
should be
years.
paid for it.
No matter what.
25,000 people started a GoFundMe to raise him 1.3 million because
one or another, get the guy
and
paid.
still 1.3 million is not enough for 43
that's still not
years.
enough though, and that's from people donating.
Like we said before, we don't know what the cost is for a life, but he spent a lifetime in.
You imagine, like,
prison
you could
for
have had
something.
kids. Your
Yeah,
kids
that's
could have
what I'm
had
saying.
kids. Like, that's generational
He went
problem.
in at 18 and then come out to 60, and they told him they wasn't giving him
And they
any
don't tell how
dollar.
many family members he lost during that time.
Yeah, they said they weren't giving him any
I
money.
hope that guy fights like hell,
I hope
and
so,
I hope
too.
he really
Tom said he can
sticks it to
fight
the
that.
state. You know, that's as simple as that needs to be. It's just
Yeah,
like I hope
I
that
think
guy goes the
crazy.
distance
I think
on
he'll
that.
get paid. Yeah, I think
He
he'll
got
get paid.
to.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy.
At least make them squirm. Make them all come into court and answer a bunch of questions. At least make them uncomfortable.
I was trying to figure out how did they figure out that it wasn't him anyway.
I don't know. I don't know the facts of that. But look, the reality is that anytime somebody's exonerated, that should all make us raise our eyebrows and say, wait a second, should we have so much certainty in the outcomes of these things?
Right.
Especially to the point where we're going to kill somebody. Like,
Can you imagine his outlook on life? Like
43 years.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that his outlook on life? When he totally think that was different than us.
Yeah.
She said, could anyone be held accountable civilly?
It depends on so many factors. Like, how did this all play out? What was the reason for the exoneration? Did anybody act badly? Like, did somebody fabricate evidence?
That's what it was. He was accused of rape of a author of I forgot her name, but that's what it was. He
was
spent
only
43
18.
years for rape that he did not do. She was never murdered. It was rape.
But that's what
That
I
he
was
did
saying.
not
How
do.
did they not find him guilty from no DNA? A rape is
It had
from
to
a
be
rape kit.
Well, it could have been testimony.
Yeah.
Somebody came in and said, yeah, this
After
is the guy,
43 years,
But
that's
look,
crazy.
eyewitness testimony gets things wrong too sometimes. Like, it's just, you have to remember, the criminal system is not there to say 100% this is what happened. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. You can still have a little bit of doubt and still convict somebody. So even just the system, the way it's set up, it's designed to put people in jail even if you doubt a little bit that they did what they did. So if we're designing a system like that, then I don't know. I think we need to be very careful with relying too heavily on those decisions, and more importantly, putting somebody to death for it. I mean, people will disagree.
Oh, did you see that?
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's deep. You see that comment, Dennis?
Read it.
You read it.
Last year, my son's ex-girlfriend killed him. She called me on the phone after to tell me what she did. Then she went on the run. Then texted her, and I told her I forgive her. As it turns out, she is currently waiting trial. I don't feel she needs the death penalty. So that's deep.
Yeah.
To come to that conclusion, but like, I think forgiveness is super important to get over trauma, right? You can't hold that stuff. I heard this one thing, right? Because we deal with a lot of clients in personal injury cases that have a whole lot of trauma, right? And if you hold up a glass of water for like 10 seconds, it's not that heavy, right? Now, if you hold it for 5 minutes, it starts getting a little heavier. You hold that for an hour, your hand's
arms
shaking
hurting.
and you can't handle it. It's not the weight of any particular thing, it's how long you hold it for, right? So I think anybody who's had trauma, whether that's from a personal injury accident or you've been victimized or whatever, you can't hold that for too long or it's going to start hurting.
Right.
That's it. So that's my Wednesday.
Damn.
That's my Wednesday preaching.
Preach.
Rick James was tired on that too.
All
You
right.
should already knew he wasn't coming to play no games.
Yeah. And Dre says impact statements do hold some weight. Yeah. So what she's talking about is that any time that there's a victim in a crime, they have the ability to talk to the judge in court about what they'd like to see happen.
Oh.
And that does hold a lot of weight.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, it's not the only
So
thing that matters.
she goes to the judge and says, "Hey, I don't think we should go this far as the death penalty. Is there a death penalty in Ohio? Ohio and Texas is probably one of the biggest states, first states to get the death penalty, right?
Yeah, I don't know how like the last time somebody was actually executed, because just because the death penalty exists doesn't necessarily mean
Right,
that, like
yeah,
it takes so
it's-
long to get from point A to point B. there's a reasonable debate on both sides of that, whether we should or should not do this. But you know,
it's hard because you know that person has family, maybe kids or something like that. So it's a hard thing to think about.
Yeah, and the other thing is like what type of death penalty there is. There used to be electrocution, hanging, shootings, you name it. Now it's mostly lethal injections, assuming they can get the lethal injection material.
But even that's
at the end of the day, it's murder.
Yeah. Even the lethal injection is a pretty traumatic event.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, it's not designed to be. You know.
No, right? Yeah. I mean,
but the thing is, the limit is cruel and unusual punishment, right? And like, so what is cruel and unusual? Well, I guess it depends.
I mean, that is.
you could argue it.
Firing squad.
You know.
What?
Huh?
Some people use the firing squad.
That was back in the British days.
Cruel and unusual.
You know. So yeah, I mean, people are like, everyone's on. I think there's a lot of people who are basically in favor of getting rid of the death penalty in the comment section. I think a lot of people say, "Hey, this is just a little heavy-handed, really." And we don't know 100% whether somebody did it. It's bad enough to put someone in a cell who's innocent for their life, but it's a whole nother thing to just take it completely. Like, so, anyways.
Damn.
Anyways. Speaking of things that were taken from people, another Walmart one. I don't know what's been going on with Walmart lately, but a woman by the name in South Carolina, she went to a Walmart and she stepped. April Jones was her name. She stepped on a nail in the main aisle of the store. It was a rusty nail. She got an infection. She had to get surgery. She had 3 separate amputations after this.
What?
And she's now wheelchair bound for 6 years at least.
What?
After losing most of her right leg. Yeah, I mean, this happens for with tetanus, or I mean, if a certain type of thing gets into your bloodstream, it's a problem. Yeah, it can be a big problem.
Especially rust.
So,
and it was you said in South Carolina, so it probably was nice out. She probably just had on flip flops, something
like that. So, you know, one of the crazy things about this case, which is similar to the other Walmart case you talked about, is that Walmart never produced the video. They claimed that their employee had done all of the cleaning in line with policy, but they never released a video showing that to the jury. When they promised the jury that it existed, and you have to be really careful when you promise a jury something and you don't deliver, they're going to punish you for that.
Right.
And in this case, they punished them pretty bad. They deliberated for only 2 hours, very short, $10 million.
Ooh. How did she prove that it happened at Walmart?
I don't think I'm not sure that there was a dispute about that, but she certainly explained, because I think she went to the hospital immediately after that.
Maybe she called the ambulance.
Yeah, she probably went immediately to the hospital.
Boy, if you don't use the mic.
And you know, this is the thing, we talk about money with personal injury cases all the time, and we always say, is it enough, right? Well, in this case, these are the things that money's going to help her do. It's going to help her get a prosthetic leg, which will give her some quality of life back. It'll help her make her home more handicap accessible, and it will cover future medical expenses. So it's not like you're just getting a windfall and you're going to go just, right off into the sunset in a Ferrari. She needs that to have a decent quality of life again.
Okay, the incident reports at the store. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure when she got stepped on the nail, she fell down and.
Oh my God! Oh jeez!
That's what she did.
Oh jeez! Oh jeez!
Sometimes you gotta play it out.
I don't think she was playing.
She probably was really hurt.
Step on the nail. That's painful.
And they had to go through all that. Damn.
And they put her through it. I mean, this happened in 2015.
Damn.
They put her through it 6 years.
Damn.
Oh, she just
got it.
What?
Does she have kids?
I don't know.
Damn.
I didn't ask her.
Oh, she's been in a wheelchair for 6 years.
Yeah. For the last 6 years. Probably, I mean, depending on whether the prosthetic works and then the physical therapy to get yourself back used to using it. Yeah.
Wow. And it's COVID.
And the other thing is, Walmart's probably not just going to, maybe they'll pay $10 million, but they're probably just going to appeal it.
Jeez. Not OG.
So I'm just trying to
say what?
I don't know.
You still on that story, or you just see another one?
No, I'm just thinking because so she suffered multiple amputations.
Mm-hmm.
So was the effect instant? Or maybe a couple days later she set up infection and started.
I mean, that's a good question. You would think if she got medical attention right away, that wouldn't have happened. Right. But we don't know enough about what happened. Yeah,
it's a wrap. They probably was just dressing the foot.
Multiple amputations, so she probably got her foot removed, then her lower leg removed. So it probably was a process because I forgot what disease that is, but it eats
gangrene.
Gangrene? Tetanus.
Whatever it is that eats out a way of your cells in your skin.
I don't know, but
yeah. Well, that's what it probably.
In any
looked
event,
like.
the jury saw all the
process,
information
yeah.
about the medicals and believed that there was no way she could have avoided it. You know, they didn't hold her accountable at all. And I think that like the commonality in all these cases is what Walmart seems to do is they try to sit on you first and just try to exert as much pressure as possible, and then they
Shame
don't.
on you, Walmart.
They don't put the evidence up to actually defend themselves. They just make you wait 6 years, go through all this, and then in the meantime, they're just extorting people for theft charges to get them out of criminal charges. So,
Wow.
You know, some gangsters.
So maybe that $200 they was charging everybody was to go towards her.
Walmart mafia.
We're out, Peter.
Yeah.
Pay Paul.
Right.
Yeah. You guys ever been on a cruise ship?
I haven't.
No.
Anyone? It's like it can be like.
Do the Jet Express count?
Yeah, I think that more or less counts. You're just not on it for as long, you
I don't
know?
know the Jet
So
Express.
some of these cruise ships go on for like 7 days, sometimes months, right? And you're on like you're all contained in one place. So even before coronavirus started, there were a lot of different like norovirus, flu. There was a lot of things that once it hit that cruise ship, everybody on the cruise ship would get it. Because like there's buffets and you know whatever.
Right.
It's just not a place where you really necessarily want to be
Buffets are
when
During
there's a lot of
COVID, yeah.
diseases rolling around. So before everybody really knew about COVID, the cruise ships were sort of the first one that was the big visible thing where it's like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but
Yeah.
cruise ships were off coast and nobody wanted to let them dock because they were like, oh, okay, well, we're going to bring in all these people with coronavirus. So like, we're just
No
going
way.
to sit out at sea.
Until the virus goes away.
So there was somebody by the name of Lucio Gonzalez. She started showing symptoms similar to COVID, or actually it was firstly the common cold after she left San Francisco on a cruise with the cruise line Grand Princess. Within 3 weeks, that 70-year-old retired state park worker was connected to a ventilator and in intensive care. So it really escalated pretty quickly, and there's no doubt in the family's mind, at least, that she contracted coronavirus while she was on this cruise ship. So they're trying to fight these cruise lines to hold the cruise line responsible. And there's a lot of back and forth as to whether or not a cruise line should even be held responsible here. Like, what did they do wrong in this instance? And I don't know. I mean, it's a tough call, right? But cruise lines are increasingly facing more lawsuits related to this because this affected thousands of people. People's loved ones went on a nice cruise vacation, came back on a ventilator. So obviously they're upset and they want to hold someone accountable.
Wasn't a couple boats that was docked that wouldn't let people off for like a couple weeks during Corona?
In Florida, I
Damn,
think.
they
There's
was
a few
holding
of them,
hostage
yeah.
for some weeks.
Yeah, they was on there. Like they wasn't letting them off. They was just on there.
Yeah. Or they would not be even dock. They'll just be
Rolling around a little.
rolling around in the water. Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
So, like, judges have been very tough on people who are bringing these lawsuits, and they're really forcing them to show how and when they contracted coronavirus and what it was about the cruise ship specifically that was worse than anywhere else, right? And they really haven't been all that successful in a lot of these lawsuits. A lot of them have settled for less than $10,000. A lot of judges have dismissed a lot of lawsuits. And also on the back of those tickets, it has fine print that says all sorts of things that make it very hard to sustain a lawsuit. Like, for example, you got to bring the lawsuit in Miami, Florida, for example.
Oh, they have wildlife.
No class action. No class action. So everybody can't get together and sue the cruise line collectively. They all have to do it separately, so they're not as powerful. There's a lot of ways that this has been made a lot harder, or it requires that they go arbitrate in some faraway place, right? Like, you know, Zimbabwe arbitration, you know? So it's made things very difficult, but there are lawsuits that are going through, and you know, it's probably a good it's a good thermometer of how a lot of other coronavirus type cases are going to go. Like, are we going to be holding these private companies responsible when this type of thing happens?
Right.
Or, you know, what's the standard here? Like, what are we expecting of these companies? Now we know a lot more. Back then, though, we really didn't know all that much.
Right.
That's crazy. Back then it was just what, like 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
Back then when it just started 2 years
It's
ago.
about to hit 2 years.
Oh, man, it
February.
feels like it's been like 10.
Man, that's just been
It
the
just keeps
longest 2
going.
years. It's getting worse.
The sequel,
Marion
right?
Yeah, the
Strand
Marion
is out now.
These
Touch. That's crazy.
Marion Street.
Mario.
Like, what
Strand.
the
Is that
heck?
really, what it's really called?
Omari Kron.
Omicron.
Omicron.
That's like the fourth strand of it, ain't it?
That's crazy.
Sounds like
the season
robot.
4 no one asked for.
That is
Right.
crazy.
Like, jeez, man. Show can end anytime.
Right,
Man. We're
literally.
ready,
Yeah,
ready
it's
for the
never
finale. Let's
ending.
go. Let's
Like,
get this
wow.
thing over with.
This lasted way longer than I thought.
Marion Strand. The internet don't got no chill.
Listen, they don't. I've been trying to wait. I'm sorry.
Go
No,
ahead,
you got. I mean, don't let your food get dry. Very cold. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one as well. But That's a whole lot of that's a whole lot of stories about corporations being held responsible.
A
One
lot
way
of
or another.
Walmarts.
That was surprising me to see 2 Walmarts like that, $12 million over a 1 week span of time, and both of those cases went on for 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
And that 12 million ain't hurt Walmart at all.
Not at all.
No, they got 300 million from just extorting people on criminal charges.
That's crazy.
Let alone the profits.
Out of one pocket into the other, right? And they're not going to pay that either. They're going to appeal them both, I bet. Watch.
Really?
They're not going to pay that. They're not easily. So,
First, we was getting a lot of Tesla stories. Now it's Walmart.
So can I? Did we try to talk about the virus thing, the LeBron thing on air?
You asked him about
Yeah,
it.
you.
On air.
what?
I don't know.
Did we talk about it on air, the LeBron thing? Or were we talking about?
No, we were talking off air.
We talked
Okay,
amongst us
so
first.
now is Kyrie Irving? Okay, he was banned from the NBA for not getting vaccinated,
Right.
and he didn't have the coronavirus or anything. But LeBron, openly vaccinated, and he has caught the corona. So like, did Kyrie have any leeway on that? To like,
Here's my thing about this. We are so hyper focused on vaccination status, but
Right.
what we're not paying attention to is immunity.
Right.
You can get immunity because you had coronavirus, right?
Right.
So the fact that we're ignoring the real thing is like, are you protected from getting it? Is just it's odd to me. I mean, I know it's an easier way for people to say, hey, are you vaccinated? Then you're immune. But there are other ways to get immunity here. We should be looking at antibodies in the blood, and that should be the determining factor whether or not somebody is effectively immune, not vaccinations alone.
Right.
So do I think Kyrie's got anything? Yeah, probably so. He's got at least some noise to make. I don't know if legally if it matters.
What's crazy is Kyrie's still getting paid.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
So
so he probably don't care now.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
yeah, I think
How do
the
you get
Brooklyn
that?
Nets just agreed to pay him.
But like this just shows.
I think it's
right?
because they
legally-
didn't want anything like that to happen.
Yeah.
To where he can legally come back and say, hey, well, y'all prevented me from getting paid or playing, but LeBron got it and he's vaccinated, and you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like vaccination itself is a bad way of keeping score.
Yeah.
And we're just
Because
too
you can
hyper
still
focused
get it.
on it.
Yeah,
we're just too hyper
it's the fact
focused.
that you can still get it.
You
It's
could have had
crazy.
coronavirus 3 times and you might have better immunity than anybody.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And nobody wants to focus on that or think about that. And it's like,
They was trying to put something in your system, and that's
Yeah,
crazy.
because
and all
for
you-
it to be 2 years long and for it to be as crazy as it is, I've never had anything, and it's just like.
well, like Dennis said, you probably had it and got immune
But
to
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
yeah, you might be good. You
That's
might be
crazy.
better than you would have been if you got vaccinated.
That's
We
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
We just don't know.
So
And
if I could have had it 4 or 5 times and ain't felt a lick of nothing, it's crazy. But then I get this shot,
Yeah,
and
but-
all hell break
Exactly,
loose
That's
yeah.
the
in my
crazy
body.
thing about
They're putting other stuff in.
Yeah, because all hell will break loose in
I
my
mean,
body.
that's the crazy thing about this particular disease. It affects everybody so differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? Some people will have it and they never will even know about it, and some people will end up on a ventilator very
Ain't that
quickly.
crazy?
And it's just like, yeah, it's one way or another. It's a fork in the road, and it goes so far apart from one another
Yeah.
that like, I get the concern
hungry,
for
Shae?
sure. Eat. Go ahead. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna
no,
watch it.
I'm about to get
Go
my.
ahead.
I forgot my sauce.
Oh, okay. You get a donut where you.
When I come
I mean, like New York recently saying that you can't go into restaurants unless you show your vaccination card. I was down in New Orleans, and I'm vaccinated,
thing.
but I don't care about anybody else's status. I don't really care. But I'm only telling you this because the story is important. When I went into a restaurant down there, they make you show your vaccination card to sit down at the restaurant. Every place in New Orleans.
Wow.
So like for me, I like to travel, right? And so
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, I don't want the trouble.
Yeah.
Fine, you guys jab me, I hope I'm fine. I don't know. I
Right.
can't sue anybody. The thing about vaccines is that all of the vaccine manufacturers are immune from lawsuits. There is one court in the entire country that you can file a lawsuit in, and it sits in the District of Columbia, and they pay very, very few settlements out every year,
Wow.
and they only pay out settlements for a very, very select few things that could happen to you as a result of the vaccine. So, I'm
And you can't even
calm.
sue Johnson Johnson still giving people the vaccine.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
never shut them down.
I don't think they ever shut it down. I don't know
And they
that.
got this baby powder out here, and people going to get the vaccine from them.
I mean, they had problems with the vaccine too.
That's what I'm saying. They still
and,
giving them.
and other stuff.
Yeah,
they
but
still giving them.
about that though, like blood, the biggest, most important issue of blood clotting, particularly in women, is birth control. It's literally made to clot blood. It's like the function of it in part, right?
So like when they talking
I'm
fast,
having issues now.
That's. I mean, so like everyone was so concerned about Johnson & Johnson causing blood clotting. No one's talking about the thing that's right in front of everybody, where hundreds of millions of women throughout the world are using, right?
Big money off that, Dennis. You can't mess the money up.
I like messing the money up. That's what I like doing.
Messing the money, boy.
I like getting my money right by messing other people's money up.
Right.
Well, guys.
Yeah, that's.
It's been great to see you all.
Yeah.
I know.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
If y'all got any questions, go ahead and call in.
Moni says she's in Durham, North Carolina.
that's
You had to
DJ
show.
Impress.
What's that?
That's DJ Impress.
Nah, he said you got to show your card to get in the club.
Nah.
Give us a call.
Nice.
Talk to Dennis. Yeah, because me and Jesse was looking at some tickets to some basketball games, and they were saying, they said we had to be vaccinated or you just had to prove
You have to approve a negative test.
a negative test. Yeah, you have to
In
prove.
Chicago.
It's another way to do it, I guess.
How long are those cards?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of them is like you have to have a negative test 72 hours before. Well,
I was
like,
about to say it's only 3 days.
what if I do it 72 hours before and then I go to a concert? Like, you know?
But how long, okay, so if I get the negative test card, how long is that good for? 3 days?
Only 3 days. You gotta keep
So
doing
you
it
gotta
every
get
3
tested
days.
every 3 days.
That's why I was trying to grab a couple of them. What's the names? What they
Oh yeah.
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 Huh?
No one wants to talk to us?
No one?
Or your phone just messing up?
I don't know. Either way.
Whatever. I'll say that. I'm going to go with the phone's messing up.
Yeah.
There's like a ton of calls right there.
Of
Yeah, they're all
course.
backed
They
up.
all backed up. They
Stacked
waiting.
on top of
They
each
in the queue. Callers in the queue.
But we can't get you in today, so we're going to wait till next week. So we're going to take a quick break. We got our guests in the building. So shout out to our sponsors. Hotbox. Mud City Entertainment.
Yep.
J. Russ Jennings.
Yep.
Sasha Denise.
Sasha.
Yuma Lucas County.
Freedom.
Swan and Swan.
Champ is here.
The Social Butterfly.
Hey, Miss Carter.
Oh, Henry's Kitchen on Wheels.
Rolling.
Little Tots Transportation.
Skirt. Beep, beep.
A Servant's Heart.
Is there a house in the house tonight? Stand up.
Healthy Spot Nutrition. Hit the spot.
Purple
Hearts.
Purple Rain, gang, gang.
Miss D's Kitchen.
Chicken wings and thing.
And Dr. Shiva Billions.
Billions.
You're supposed to say make it rain.
Make it rain.
Oh man.
I
can't wait to
Shae done
Me either.
But if you would like to become a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
And Grind.
at the 419grind.com and you can become a sponsor of our show.
Damn, you said it's their house in the house.
All right, we'll be
I'm
right
coming back, y'all. I'm trying to eat my sandwich.
It's back to sports. Welcome to Win or Lose Sports Show, presented by the 419 Grind. Talking sports, hip-hop to pop culture. Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. It's kickoff time.
Girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. Oh,
I may be young, but I'm ready to give you all my love. I told my girls you can get it. Don't slow it down, just let it go. So in love, I'll give it all away. Just don't tell nobody tomorrow. So tonight, I'll do it every way, because I can tell the morning light, 'cause we like to party. Your touch is driving me crazy. I can't explain the way I feel. Top down with the radio on, and the night belongs to us. Just hold me close, don't let me go. So in love, I don't care what they say. I don't care if they talking tomorrow. 'Cause tonight, that I give you everything. Music knocking till the morning light. 'Cause we like to party.
We out in Abu Dhabi. We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We just ride Bugatti. Bad chick shoddy, sorta resemble Shae. Imported her in from Raleigh and pulled up into the valet. The boy dropped the keys, trying to sneak a peek at that body. See this that time of the week, she like to freak a leak and get naughty. Therefore I like to thank God and Ice Cube for Friday, 'cause la-di-da-di.
We like to party. I'll give it all away. Just don't tell nobody tomorrow. 'Cause tonight, that I give you everything. Music knocking till the morning light. 'Cause we like to party.
your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. Oh.
This here is a remarkable So Deaf remix. J.E. y'all, Run DMC to the beach, y'all. And me, y'all know my name. Come on.
See, first of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this.
What?
But I'ma be real and say what's on my heart.
Yeah.
Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Yeah. When I think about all the years we put in this relationship.
Yeah.
Who knew we'd make it this far? Then I think about where would I be if we were to just fall apart?
Yeah.
Ever since you met me, keys to the Bentley, now they call you the preacher's wife. I'm the type of guy that take you out and buy that ring with the rock that'll break your arm.
Yeah.
Players won't try that, now you can't deny that. Triple dub rap to the on.com.
You are now listening to the
Might as well do it.
419 The Grind.
I don't know who get married, but you know.
Hey, us.
Welcome back to the
Manifest.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Shae, K, Clyde, Green, and Jay. And we have our guest in the building, Mike Williams on sax.
Yes, yes. What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, world. Oh, thank you so much.
How you feeling?
What's going on, Toledo, Ohio?
Full of energy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, I'm so turned, and the only thing I had was coffee this morning. I'm ready to get it.
Okay.
Ready to get it.
Ready to get it.
That's
What
how
else
we
would you
do
have
it.
to get turned up like that?
I'm just high off of life, man.
I know
You
that's right.
That's the
That's
energy.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's the holiday season. Christmas time is here. 15 minutes of Christmas.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get it. You know, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Hey.
That's
it
what's
is.
up. Yeah. Okay. Are you from the mud?
You said what?
You from the mud? Born and
No,
raised?
so I'm originally from Cincinnati,
Okay.
and so came here by way of college. So went to BGSU, graduated back in 2013, and you know, there was just something special about Northwest Ohio. Just a really cool vibe. It was nice and chilled, laid back from the big city.
Right.
And you know, I just kind of called Northwest Ohio home and Greater Toledo home. And yeah, been here ever since. So about 8 years technically I've been here.
That's what's up.
And yeah, slowly kind of making my way up north. Cause I spent a lot of time down in like Bowling Green, Findlay, Lima as well, Perrysburg, and so slowly making my way up to Toledo as well.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm excited.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
I see you was doing some events over the summer with Donetta Carter.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, shout out to the Social Butterfly.
Hey, Miss Carter.
And yeah, I had the chance to do the Small Business Expo at Ottawa Park.
Right.
That was, I believe it was in July, and we had a good time. You know, we just rocked. Brought some of the little bit of the oldies, a little bit of the old school vibe, but also a little bit of new flavor as well. And you know, we had a good time with R&B, smooth jazz, oldies, pop, fusion, a little bit of everything. And she wanted to make sure that everyone knows that I'm coming back again 2022, and I believe it's July 16th. And I'm excited. We're gonna have a good time again this year as well.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
We almost have to skip that because I know you're not gonna like this part. Well, you might. It depends, but I am a Gemini.
Two sides. My son is a Gemini.
I was like, she ain't gonna like this. But
How you know?
Yeah, I be tapped in. I
Oh, you
watch
be
the show.
tapped in.
Oh, yeah, I watch the
We
show.
don't get too many of them. Was I harsh on the last Gemini?
We was pretty harsh on the last Gemini.
Yeah.
I just see how you react to everybody else, and I'm like, nah, she ain't gonna have no Gemini. Like,
Well, I'm glad you know me.
that's that's what everybody say too. Like the second they ask me, they're like, "What sign are you?" And I'm
Yeah,
like,
so-
"Gemini." Okay, cool. Not responding back to you. Like I can't
Do
deal
you have
with
two
that no
sides
more.
or not?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, okay. So now
Technically
you
3,
see.
but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Oh, see.
But yeah,
Oh, wow.
we ain't gonna
Gemini
do that.
Junior.
It's too early. For that. We ain't gonna do that this morning. We're gonna stick with 2 for now.
Okay,
2,
stick
yeah,
with
2.
two
Yeah.
sides.
3. Yeah.
I mean, technically, we all got about 6 different personalities that's in our
Okay,
head.
I can live with that.
Yeah, but we
yeah.
only really claim one, all the other signs.
That's it.
Gemini, y'all
just-
got 2 for sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna stick with Mike Williams on sax this
Okay.
morning. That's
Right,
that's
right.
that's
We got
the,
So
you.
talk
that's
about
the
that
side.
saxophone. How long you been on that saxophone?
Man, so it's been about 20 years.
Wow.
Started in 10th grade, or 10 years old, 5th grade. And so it's actually a 3-part kind of, you know, answer to how I got started.
Okay.
So originally started with classical piano. My grandmother really believed that helps, you know, stimulate the brain if you start kids out early. And so she believed in that. So I started classical lessons.
Does she believe the classical will stimulate the brain or just
Just music
start?
in general. And so I started right before I turned 10.
Okay.
And then right after that, I had a music teacher that recommended me for the Cincinnati Boy Choir. So back in the day, I could sing. I can't sing no more. But back in the day, I had a little voice. And she was like, hey, you should really sing in the Cincinnati Boy Choir, which was, you know, it was a group that you had to audition to be a part of. And, you know, it wasn't necessarily easy to be a part of, but so I started that as well. And then just slightly after, like a couple months after that, I started the saxophone.
Right.
And the way that happened was they went around the class, you know, in band class, and they said, "What instruments does everyone want to play?" And for me, I wanted to be a drummer, just like my dad and my brother. It's like, man, I want to play the drums, want to groove, want to get it. And drums and percussion was the first thing filled. And so I was like, I was sick about it. I was like, man. So I remember I had a cousin that played the saxophone. And so I said, you know what? I'll just settle for the sax. And that was it.
That wasn't even settling.
That wasn't even settling. I had no clue.
Now you be making love to it.
Yeah, there it is. You know,
we always say that saxophone is sexy. That's one of the sexiest instruments.
My dad played the saxophone for years since he was like 15 years old. He started off at 14 years old. He started off at Libby Band and played for.
Did he play all three too? He didn't play the. Jamie played the soprano and the alto. My dad played the alto and the tenor. Oh, okay.
I was watching clips of the Soul Train. Ari Lennox and Summer had performed their song.
I saw that. Yesterday.
Killed it.
That saxophone, bad boy.
That seemed hard.
My dad had a CD out called The Joy of Sax. There's a book out in the 90s called The Joy of Sex, but he made an album called The Joy of Sax.
That's real slick. Oh, you're right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sax and chill, Sax and chill.
Sax and chill.
You know, since we're already there. So what happened with that was released back in February of 2020. And so originally around that time, like I wanted to make a track. I wanted to make an EP that was like super hype, super turnt, and got people ready. And so I called it like Homecoming Snapback at that time. And then once I got like the beats and everything, I realized like, man, this is a little bit more chill than I thought. And so, especially around that time, that was before COVID even hit. And so, you know, Netflix and chill was big. And so I was like, let me see what we can do here real quick.
Come on, Miles, I'm playing the saxophone and you shut it.
And so, cool thing about that project is it blends like hip hop, you got R&B, you got trap, you got rap in there.
Oh, wow.
You trap with the saxophone?
Okay.
I get a little bit of help from one of my boys, Mr. Hooli Santana on track 6. So he comes through and we just have a good time. And it's one of those EPs where it'll make the car rattle a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit, you know. It's like a nice cup of coffee in the morning. Like it just gets you going.
We got callers already?
Let's interrupt our show.
Calling in. 419, you on the line? Who we got?
Hi, this is Elizabeth with Singwinter Farms. Am I on the radio, or is this just
are you here in the building?
Yes, we cannot find you where you are.
Come through the fire door.
Y'all live.
Go through the door that says fire door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
And then it's 254.
Bye.
All right.
254. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
All right.
We knew about that too well as well. We had that experience. Like, okay, we're at the restroom. Okay.
Right.
Maybe we going live from the men's room tonight or something. Like, I can't find it, and it's like, okay, push that door. Okay.
It's crazy because it don't say do not enter. Just say
fire door.
I don't know. When
that's how different our minds work.
You're like, oh my God. They think if they open this, the whole alarm gonna go off.
It did feel like it, but
it was never like
we risked it all. We opened up the door, like, you know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it this morning.
So do you play any other instruments? Like, do you still play the drums?
So I kind of messed around with drums a little bit. So like for a period of time, like I filled in on drums at church, and play at Family Baptist Church here in Toledo.
Okay.
And so I messed around with the drums a little bit, but it was never really my primary instrument, but it was just something kind of fun on the side.
Right.
One of the other things I do too is I play, still keep up with the piano, not as much, you know, the gap has grown between sax and piano.
So you're not like on the record playing the saxophone part, then doing the keyboard part, then doing some drum part?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I see what we're doing right there. Yeah. So that does happen. You know, there's and actually you hear the all of the instrumental tracks are like the background instruments. That's me, like that laid it down on the keys or whatever. And then on some of the songs, like on 15 Minutes of Christmas, I know we'll talk about that a little bit later too, but in that one you do hear some of the piano and come out like as a solo and that type of thing. So I try to keep up with them all, but yeah, saxophone is definitely, you know, for sure the primary. Wow. Yeah, that's where the action is. So Once I graduated from BG back in 2013, I was kind of in this area and ended up linking up with a group called Moths in the Attic, and we do kind of like a whole different vibe: indie rock, soft rock, alternative rock, with the saxophone on top. It's like a whole different experience. And so because of that experience, like, it forced me to like learn how to really blend with other artists and other singers, and to be more of a background and supporting act. And so I built up a lot of time there. And then Sax and Chill, and as well Inspiration, I released that I think in 2019. And that project is just like one of my first kind of like letting everyone know, hey, I'm here on the sax. I'm here as a solo artist as well. And that EP is just filled with songs that I found inspirational growing up. So it kind of does cater to old school vibe, or like traditional jazz songs and stuff like that. It's also got an original song on there at the end as well. But and that's pretty much how I got started. And then COVID hit, and I know for like a lot of us, like, it felt like that was it. Like, man, we're stuck. This is it. And so for me, I knew in that time I had to move and shift somehow. And so I went back to school and received my master's degree. And I was just like, we just got to keep moving, got to keep going. And it seems like ever since the world opened up, we just been cooking. We just been doing different gigs, different shows. I've been doing a lot of solo events as well. And one of the other things I want to talk about too is I'm doing a 15 Minutes of Christmas tour here in Northwest Ohio, just going different places, having a good time, showing some Christmas love to people of all ages. Bring the kids, bring the family, come turn up, come have a good time. I'm going to be at Poco Loco tonight here in Toledo, so come have a margarita.
So each place is gonna be for 15 minutes. You gonna perform?
Oh no, it'd be longer than 15.
Okay. No, 15 minutes
I like
of Christmas.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So the EP that I'm releasing December 10th is called 15 Minutes of Christmas, and it's just something fun, to get us in the holiday spirit. There's different songs in there. Some are like real smooth, real laid back, real chill. So you can put that on, pour you up a glass of wine, come home after work, relax, all that type of stuff. We get a little bit jolly, a little bit happy in there too. And then
get your little eggnog.
Get a little
eggnog with that one.
And then
a little something in there.
And then on the last song in that EP is "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." So that's just all about being with the family, being with your friends, being with your close ones. Just having a good time. And
I'm sorry.
No, that's all good. You gotta get that.
She breaking bread.
She dipping her donut in the other donut.
I'm trying to spread
get the cream out the other donut.
Why are you paying attention to me?
You gotta spread the love.
Gotta spread it.
I'm ready to take this big ass.
Why'd you have to dip the donut in the other
I gotta
donut?
spread it around. It was too thick. I gotta even it out. Damn.
Janetta Carter said, "Good morning, Mike Williams."
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Miss Carter.
So, is your music streamed on all platforms and everything?
Yes. So I try to make it nice and easy for everybody. Mike Williams on sax, just like on the shirt, on the sweatshirt, which I do have on, available online as well. MikeWilliamsOnSax.com.
Did you bring us
We got
one?
the merch. So here's the thing. I do have some stuff for you guys to take home. I have a big order it hasn't arrived yet, so I got some other stuff that I'm gonna make sure to send everybody home with here as well. So we'll have some merch.
That's what the guilty. Well, here's the thing.
And technically, we get technical. I got some stuff with me, but
that mean we ain't gonna see it.
No, it's like right behind you. We're doing it like that.
Well, I saw you brought your sax, so before we let you get out of here, I want to see if you want to hit a couple notes or something on the mic for us.
I can do that.
You give the people a little noise.
Give them a little something. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Let me know. Go ahead, grab it now.
Yeah, go ahead,
okay.
Shae, finish your donut.
I'm about to.
Mike,
Talk about your donut.
Mike, you sent the song. You sent. Let's see.
Oh, you sent the song too?
Are you gonna play that or?
I'm gonna play something different.
Okay.
Well, so you about to give us a live version too?
Oh no, we're gonna mix it up a little bit.
Hey, yo, you got like a gator skin case? That boy, whew.
I like the color. What do you call that color?
Man,
Ghost platinum.
Man,
I like it.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah,
man.
I'm gonna be honest. I still don't even know what they call
I thought saxophones only came in brass.
That's nice.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's like
A little bird on it?
it is. It's a raven. So this is Cannonball saxophone, and this is the Big Bell series, and this is the Raven edition. So
Raven.
I'm still working on a name. It's definitely, a female. I'm working on a name right now. It could be Raven, but I'm leaving that open right now. So.
Okay. Right. He got his options open.
It's unnamed. That's a Gemini. It's unnamed.
I'm gonna name you, baby. I'm gonna get it, baby.
So I just give us just a little miniature sample here, and
live right here on the 419 Grind Rising Grind Morning Show. Mike Williams on the sax.
Oh, I like that voice.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think depending, I guess we'll see how the mics do. Sometimes you gotta
back up a little.
Yeah, I got got my finger on it.
Ready? Jesse already know.
Okay. Make sure all right, here we go.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
That was nice. If I wasn't eating, I was gonna be singing. Having myself a very Merry Christmas.
You're a very merry little donut.
Okay. With the cream. You heard them in their accents.
Is that Bavarian?
Yeah, it sure is, baby girl.
Jesse sure know how to pick them, don't he?
He know how to pick them right now because he knows it's my favorite too. So where can the people find you at? That sounds amazing. Do you play at like private gigs and parties and stuff like that as well?
Yes, I do private events as well. I do a lot of the bar restaurant scene as well. You can go to my website, MikeWilliamsOnSax.com. You'll not only find all the merch there, but you'll also find the show dates there as well. Be playing again a series of different places here in Northwest Ohio. So hitting Toledo. Actually, I'll be at Poco Loco 4 times this month. So you can come kick it, come have a good time.
Which one is Poco Logo? Where's it?
On Adams.
Downtown.
Downtown. Okay.
Yep. So I'll be there 6:30 to 8:30 tonight, starting tonight, the first 4 Fridays of this month. And as well, if you're in Perrysburg, I'll be down there as well. Stella's. I'll be a couple places down in Bowling Green.
You working?
He grinding.
Yeah, we cooking.
I know that's right.
So December 10th is the release of 15 Minutes of Christmas, and so surrounding that again is the 15 Minutes of Christmas tour. Again, you can see all of those dates on my website, MikeWilliamsOnSax.com, as well IG, Facebook, Twitter. Everything's just Mike Williams on Sax. So we try to keep it nice and simple. Yeah. As well, if you got Apple Music, Spotify, all the good stuff, Google, Tidal, whatever you use.
Beautiful.
Mike Williams on Sax. And like I said, the EP will be coming out next Friday, but I'll have physical copies as well. So they'll make great stocking stuffers. Yeah. $5. This is like straight up just Christmas time. It's not about, making any money or anything like that. It's just about just having a good time. So
spreading the holiday cheer, huh?
Spreading the holiday cheer. Free shipping on the website right now as well.
Oh.
So, just head over there, have a good time. You can pre-order right now as well. That's what it's all about. And a couple of things I forgot to mention as well. Just dropped the video to The Truth. So make sure you check that out as well. It's on my website. And Lastly, I'm going to be closing off the 15 Minutes of Christmas tour at Bigfoot Studios. I'm going to be doing a live stream there. So when you're with your family, it's going to be December 23rd. It'll be online.
All right.
It's free. So just tune in, just right on Facebook. I'll have it posted on my page as well. And
Virtual.
Let us know so we can share it on our page.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
That'll be great. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you so much. Another shout out to Firefly Studios. That's where I recorded 15 Minutes of Christmas.
Okay.
Shout out Brett Dennison. I think that's all I got. I know I've been just turned this morning.
Hey, as you should.
We like that.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that. So yes, we appreciate you coming in. You did your thing on the sax. That sounded so beautiful.
Thank you.
I know you're gonna do your thing when you're going around this tour and everything. So always feel free to come back. Anytime you have something going on, call in and announce it. Just let us know.
Absolutely.
So we thank you for stopping in. We're gonna take a quick break because we got another guest in the building before we roll up out of here.
Absolutely.
So y'all go follow him, and we'll be back, y'all.
You are listening to 419 Grind Podcast, Toledo's source for exclusive news in music, business, sports, and entertainment. Turn it up.
It's back to sports. Welcome to Win or Lose Sports Show, presented by the 419 Grind. Talking sports, hip-hop to pop culture. Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. It's kickoff time.
Mike Williams on sax.
Stop, climbing to the top. Haters get mad, but we gon' make them drop. Keep running, yeah. Keep running, yeah. Never stop, climbing to the top. Haters get mad, but we gon' make them drop. Keep running, keep running.
Yeah, let it bang, let it bang, whoa. Come through with the banging music. Listen close, you might hear what truth is. Raise it up, you need the volume booming. Get lost, get your body moving. We ain't stopping till the vibes groovy. Matter of fact, let's have a toast. Oh, how you doing? Oh, how you feeling? I grow, I don't see no ceilings. You know that I really mean it. If I really say it, then I really seen it. Then I really did it, and I really feel it. If I really want it, then I really need it. If I'm really starving, then I'm really working till I'm really eating. Oh, look at what happens. I see a target, then I attack it. Beast mode, automatic. Big dog, savage. This ain't about rapping, this about vision. You gotta imagine a better place for the fam. I'm in a race with no man. I look at myself in the mirror like, bro, you better deliver. I'm dead in the middle of me and myself, dead in the middle of me and my health, me and my wealth, me and my kin. Every new day, new beginning, cause every new day I'm shedding my skin. What do you know? We in control, we finna win.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on 419 The Grind.
Welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show with Clyde Green, Jay, and Shae.
I don't like how you said that.
Me either. I was gonna slide because I was about to get a sip of coffee. I was like, yeah. Okay.
You don't like the way you said that. You purposely put your name first before Shae.
And that's not how I go.
How do it go? We said we don't never have no.
I say it the same way every time.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, welcome back to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Shae, Clyde, Green, and Jay.
Yeah. Got our second guest in the building.
I'm just messing with you. Thank you for messing with me.
Oh, goodness. We got our second big guest in the building. Good morning. How you guys feeling this morning?
Feeling good. Anxious.
Yeah. You feel good over there? Yeah, I'm good. All right, we got Elizabeth Richardson and Isabella with a Z in the building.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
You skipped school to come to this interview today?
Yeah, I'm going back to school.
Oh,
Is your friends at school watching?
No.
They better not be. They better be studying.
All right, how y'all feeling this morning? What y'all got going on?
Well, we are a farm in Holland, Ohio.
A real life farm. These are farmers, everybody.
Yes, we are black farmers. I have been a farmer for 3 years, so I grew up in it when I was around 5. My dad used to live in the inner city. I don't know if you know Toledo area by Truxton, Reynolds, Glendale area.
Oh, Truxton, yeah.
So he just had an immaculate garden, and I didn't know much about it. They grew asparagus, cherry trees. And we would just swing and we would pick stuff off the cherry tree and tend to our gardens. And I had no idea what my dad was doing. We did homemade wine, squishing grapes in a 5-gallon bucket. And
with your feet, was you stepping on?
Yep. When I was little, 5 years old, and my dad made me grape juice and everything like that when I was little. So I'm one of 3. And I love fashion. So I actually went the fashion path for a long time. Started my own business in 2017, closet organization. Had my daughter in 2010. And kind of just continued to rise and figure out what I wanted to do.
What high school did you graduate from?
Springfield.
Okay.
And I went to Penna, and then I went to Owens and wanted to do physical therapy. I wasn't really into it. I actually fell asleep during my clinicals. I was like, this is not for me.
This
so
is boring. I'm not about to rub his leg.
Exactly.
Now, what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, okay. Your time coming up. When your birthday?
January 12th.
Okay. All right.
She said
bossy.
He said bossy.
My sister Tony a Capricorn, so I already know.
They think they the goats. It's all right.
That's funny because she's an Aquarius, and
I was
just
about to
last
ask you.
week she's
My
like,
son
"I'm the
Aquarius,
goat,"
too.
and we were like, "What? What you talking
You
about?"
thinking that? You like you ain't getting that.
Yeah.
I'm the real goat, huh? So you end up getting your dad started the farm, then passed it down to you.
Yes.
Okay.
I was working in retail and leaving. I got my executive MBA and wanted to do closet organization, help other women become successful. And my dad asked me to take over the farm as I transitioned. So that was in 2018. And we just kind of been rising up, being on social media, getting out there in markets, putting our name out there because the name is Fang Boner Farm. So it's very easy to be like, whoa, what do you guys do? You know, so we get to share. We've been doing tours for the past 3 years. We have an Airbnb. We already had a line of herbal teas and dried spices and body scrubs when I came into it. So from there, I was kind of like, well, I love flavor. I love things that taste good. So how can we bring more of that to it? And my sister's a naturopathic doctor. So I'm like, how can we work together? Like, because most things you try that are medicinal, they're like, ooh, this don't really taste that good. So if I can bring the flavor and she can help me understand what the herbs do deeper, then we just put it together for our teas, our spices, and just kind of moving through it, just understanding like we have a big product assortment that we try and manage by our hands and do it ourselves. So graduating my 3rd generation right here and just continuing on the generations.
Is she the first grandchild?
Yes, and the only.
Only,
so,
okay.
Right now, so yeah.
Yeah.
So you holding it down. You the goat for real, huh?
Yeah.
So besides the herbs, what other things you have out at your farm? What other things come from your farm?
We do landscaping, so whether residential, commercial, private landscaping. We have wood that we have, so we do a lot of repurposing. So anything you see in construction sites, my dad has taken like 2x4s and made like a wraparound deck on our back farm market. He's done like everything that way, and he just has this vision that I'm trying to just continue bringing like a bigger impact for. So they're like, oh, we want to come and see you, like they're knocking down our doors. That's what we want. We want people to know that black farmers can do amazing things.
Beautiful, beautiful. How you feel about the farming business?
I like it.
What's your favorite thing about farming?
Planting the plants and herbs and stuff.
And then watching them grow, huh?
What's the least favorite?
Having to go to work there like a lot.
Do it be hot in the summertime?
Yeah.
Yeah, and cold in the wintertime.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all have any animals?
We don't. We have cats. That's
Oh.
about it.
You don't have a Cornish hen?
No. I don't know how to take care of farm animals.
They don't. Never mind. They don't come out Cornish. So they develop into Cornish. Never mind. Yeah.
I was just gonna say I don't know what to do with animals.
Well, I know how to do Cornish hens hair. They bang, they wear it the same way.
We know how to dress them. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Is that Aisha laughing?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's an insider. It's like sitting at the cousin table at the Thanksgiving. We just act the food.
I love it. That's awesome.
So what else you guys got going on?
We will be with the Toledo Night Market December 10th. They have at the Toledo train station downtown on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Road. It'll be there that we have.
Like a pop-up shop type?
Yes, a pop-up shop. Right now we are closed for visits, but we're open online, so you can just go to fangbonerfarms.com and shop with us. We are more focused on slow living, so we focus on giving back to our clients and our customers. So we have a thankful year going on right now. So right now we're doing Gifts of Joy for December. So promotions all month long in December.
That's what's up.
Wow. And what's that website again?
fangbonerfarms.com.
Okay. Anything else you guys got going on? Or do you do anything else outside the farming too?
Outside of farming, we do the landscaping, we do tours. You can come out and see the property when we do the tours, and we'll open back up in spring. We do have an event coming in just in January, so just stay on our line for that. You can go to our website and sign up for a newsletter.
We got a question from the comments saying, what are some of the challenges of being a black farmer, if any?
The workload and getting people that want to work and learn and understand what we do, and being able to bring it into the inner cities. And wanting to just, that's our challenge.
Right, so
it's a lot of work.
Trying to find farm hands and everything like that?
Yes, farm hands.
Farm what?
Farm hands.
Farm hands.
Oh, okay.
That's the labor of the people that work for us.
Yeah, how do you get people to come in and work for you?
We've gotten some people reaching out to us on social media, on Facebook. We've gotten moms that want their kids to come out and volunteer, or they just really love gardening and wanting to just pull weeds. They feel like it's therapeutic. So during the growing season, we invite people to come out and shadow us and be able to see what we do and the different herbs we have. Our tagline is "Get the unexpected," because we carry different herbs that you normally can't get. So like apple mint, pineapple mint, and these are medicinal herbs that we're able to grow.
I didn't even know them was herbs.
Yeah, there's. Yeah,
pineapple mint,
strawberry mint.
Apple mint.
Yeah, they're delicious.
It's a ceremonial herb.
Tony, Tony asked another question. She
But
said,
they don't have animals, right? That's what
Oh,
I was
okay,
going to
okay.
ask. I'm sorry. You can ask it though.
No. Just
Well, we had another comment in the question saying, "What do you supply as food?" But that's when I asked.
Yeah,
if
there's
you
no-
have
there's
animals,
no
y'all don't have
chicken.
animals, so y'all don't have food. Do you?
there's no chickens or
No, we don't have
Yeah.
any livestock, but we do make my grandma's secret recipe for lemon loaf. So we do have desserts, and we're working on being able to kind of have a place where people can come and cook, or we can cook for you and let you try our herbs and understand more what they taste like.
No, do y'all do the wine, or your dad was just making the wine for?
We do the wine for sampling.
Sampling,
We
okay.
can't sell it right now, but we're working towards
Okay.
it. They passed some laws for farmers to be able to make your homemade wine, but there's a way that you have to sell it or distribute it.
Yeah,
So,
you have to give it away, and
Yeah.
they have to buy something else in order for them to get the wine.
yeah, and there can be like
Like
mail
buy the
order.
glass and they pour some wine in it.
Cool.
Just like I just want to try it.
The way he was looking at me.
Do you have like any like mentoring programs for like kids or anybody, like anything like that? Do you do anything like that?
We haven't started that process yet. This was just a mom and pop when it started in 2009 with an idea, and then they established it in 2011, and it was like open on weekends just to come out and hang out, have some wine, listen to some jazz, some rock, and just relax, with nature. And so it kind of took a dip and dive trying to figure it out, and when I decided to step down from retail management and pursue my own thing, that's when my dad kind of swooped in and was like, hey, I want to talk to you. And I was like, ooh, because I didn't tell him I was leaving. I was like, I'm going to do my own thing. And so I took it over and I was like, what am I getting myself into? You know, and I was like, let's do social media. Let's see what happens. And I just started kind of being on social media, showing up, seeing people just gravitate to the name and the product, and curiosity telling us that they passed by, but they didn't know what we did. So now I'm trying to navigate, you know, the curb appeal, you know, because right now in winter we're not open. It's too cold. Like we had to go there 2-3 hours before to light the fire, make sure it's all ready for a half an hour to a 45-minute shop. So I was like, let's just switch it a little bit and just go straight online for this season so we can really put our game plan for 2022.
Right.
Because I've been doing the farm market for 3 years with my daughter, but I haven't learned landscaping. So my dad's like teaching me more about the soil and the compost, and I'm like, hold on, let's package this, please. Let's figure out how we can bring good soil that we have to our community and whoever else wants it. So we've been focusing on wholesale, single strategy, and just like scaling what we have. But now I'm kind of like, I'm glad we're closed so I can actually sit more with like what 2021 did for us. So I'm like, hold on, how can we navigate and strategize? So that's the part that I like a lot. I like social media, I like marketing, I like the business, but I really love the herbs, and like now I get to sit back a little bit and enjoy because I've been grinding for 3 years.
Now, is it all girls? I know there's 3 of y'all.
It's me and my daughter, my dad, and then my husband.
Okay.
But we have
so you don't have brothers or nothing like that?
I have a brother and a sister. My sister is in Chicago getting her doctorate.
Okay.
And then my brother works for the city. So he's not really involved with this portion of it. So
okay.
Yeah.
So y'all holding it down.
We are. We are. Yeah.
You know, you got travel. We got travel. That's a good thing to do. We need more black farmers and doing things and dealing with the herbs and stuff, and teaching the young people how to deal that way if that's something they want to do.
Yes, I want to teach kids how to cook. Like my daughter knows how to cook and what herbs can do. And
yeah, I know how to cook. You let down.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
French toast.
Oh. Okay, you got a little secret recipe you use in there?
Nutmeg.
Don't tell it.
Hey, damn, I'll give you back. Did you cook something for Thanksgiving? Did you make a dish for Thanksgiving?
No.
No, you chilled out.
You
You ain't want to show out on them, huh? I'll let y'all out.
You cut the yams. You cut the yams. You helped a little.
You help, but you ain't get to put your little twist on it yet, huh?
So you got them next year, huh?
Yeah.
Now, when I was asking if there was anything else you do, we have so many people that come on. They tell us they just here for one thing, and then we get to talking, and they let us know they do like 12 other things outside here. We're like, well, you didn't even say anything. So that's when I asked, did you do anything else outside of the farm and like entrepreneur, different type of business? Did you have anything else going on, or farm is strictly your life?
No, farm is not strictly my life. I am an entrepreneur. I help small business owners establish their presence on social media.
Okay. See, I know something.
Yes, I fell into it. I love marketing. I studied fashion and product development. And got my MBA, so I was really focused in like the money avenue of things, which is not always the best mindset to have. So that's why I'm thankful for my family and the environment to be like, hold on, we're slow living. Like, let's connect with like the real people. And that's what I try and do. So in doing that, people are like, you're a marketer. And I was like, hold on, what? Like, you're an influencer. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm introverted. So I'm not really that person, like, here I am. So I just fell into it. I'm like, this is what God wants for me. Let me just lean in and help people. And so I'm just kind of balancing both the farm and entrepreneurship in a business, establishing marketing and social media.
See, I knew it was something, girl.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it
I
sounds like
that.
you got it. You got it covered. You got to just keep going. Just don't give up. You got it, girl. And that's amazing to have a black farm. So hopefully, we can get more awareness out of it. And by the time the summer comes, people should be knocking on your doors just like you want it to be. So,
absolutely. Thank you so much.
So you want to share your contact information again, your website and your social media if people want to get in contact with you?
Absolutely. At the farm, you can find us at Fangboner Farms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's our website as well, fangbonerfarms.com. If you want to find anything about me, Elizabeth Ann Richardson, it's with an E on Instagram, Facebook, and I also have a website. It's elizabetharicardson.com.
All right. Wow. Hey, Isabella, guess what?
What?
It's affirmation time with Shae K right here on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Y'all know this is my favorite part of the day. I always like to give my grinders, my viewers, and the guests a positive message to end the show with to help you have a good day when you go back to school. So hopefully you approve of this, okay? So today's message is, this is a new month, guys. December will be the month of manifestation. There will be much great success in your career, your health, and your relationships. Abundance will flow effortlessly into your life. All that you have been praying for is now making its way to you. Make sure you keep your heart open. Embrace this new energy. You are going to be amazed at how much your life is going to change for the better just in this month. You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yes, that's
All
beautiful.
It sounds like that's what she just said. She said she's getting everything ready for next year.
Yeah,
What?
listen.
I'm trying to tell you.
Preparation.
And I wasn't even ready, and that was like the first one. I'm like, I'm just roll with it.
Oh, man.
So it always goes to what we talking about. So I hope everybody is ready. This is the last month of the year. Let's get our
Last month,
affairs in
y'all.
order to go in with 2022 with a bang, because we got a lot of more stuff to do. Just because it's getting winter out, but this is a time to manifest and relax and try and get your thoughts together and stuff, because 2022 is coming and it's time to blow it out the water.
And let's not worry about New Year's resolutions. Let's just try to stay on the right track.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes New Year's resolutions can deter you from your ultimate goal because you're trying to focus on that one thing.
Right. That you done told everybody about. Now you don't want to do it no more.
Now you got, you got
You look like a liar.
You got other
Lazy.
people holding you accountable for something you probably wasn't going to do anyway.
Right.
You know you ain't want to lose 10 pounds anyway. Go on, eat the cookie. Go on, supersize. It's all right.
Yep. So this was another great show. He had the sax playing.
Yeah,
That was
beautiful.
nice. And then we got our black farmers in the building.
Black farmer, a female black farmer.
Female,
too, at
yeah.
that.
Network
Queen
marketing,
thing.
mother-daughter duo.
That's something. That's
See
beautiful.
y'all out here. So this was another great show. How y'all feel?
Feel great.
Good.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Throwback Thursday.
Throwback. I got my songs ready.
You got the songs ready?
Already.
Okay.
Hey, don't do that because I have good selection.
I know you do.
crowd,
I'm
they
just
be in
messing.
there
I
in the
was-
comments
I was
grooving.
treating you like, you know.
Jesse be wanting to play his songs.
No, I don't.
And
I don't care.
You know, it's so funny because I let him have Wednesday. He don't give me no fight about no other day. But Wednesday be his days. He be like, no, Shae, we're not winding down. We're working it out. And I be like, all right, you got your songs? He said, yeah, I don't give him no flack. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, wow.
Let me see what
All
you
those
got. Oh, my
days.
God.
Show me what you got. Hey.
So, nominations.
Nominations. So,
Vote.
go vote for us at ToledoCityPaper.com.
Got a few more days.
Yeah, for 14 more days.
14 more days.
For Best Local Podcast, 419 Grind.
Boom.
Best Anchor Duo, Shae and Clyde Green.
Hey.
Best Social Media Account, 419 Grind.
Mm-hmm.
Best Web Designer, 419 Media Group.
Yep.
And Best Radio Show.
Radio Show.
The Rise and Grind Morning Show.
5 nominations. We need to bring them all home, guys, and we cannot do it without you guys. And we would love for you guys to go vote for us, please. We got 14 more days.
Are
Go
you, guys,
crazy.
are you guys nominated for being a farmer or anything?
We are on there for female small business, but I don't think we actually made it to any other ones.
Well, you got a nomination for that. Vote for them too.
Yes, please
Yes.
do.
Yeah,
Find
please
Thing
vote.
Water Farms.
Yes. Vote for us. We vote for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep it in the family. All right.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
So shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox.
Hotbox.
Mud City Entertainment.
Yep.
J. Rush Jennings.
Uh-huh.
Sasha Denise.
Sasha.
Yuma Lucas County.
Freedom.
Sawan and Sawan.
The champ was here.
The Social Butterfly.
Hey, Miss Carter.
O. Henry's Kitchen on Wheels.
Rolling.
Little Tots Transportation.
Skr.
Beep, beep.
A Servant's Heart.
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
Stand up.
Healthy Spot Nutrition.
Hit the spots.
Purple Hearts.
Purple Rain.
Gang, gang.
Miss D's Kitchen.
Chicken wings and things.
And Dr. Shiva Billions.
Make it rain.
If you would like to become a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
And grind.
at the 419grind.com and you can become a sponsor of our show.
You sure can. And if you want to be a guest of our show, hit us up at info@the419grind.com. Send us a brief bio, video, pic. If you want it on your interview, you got to send it. And we'll get you booked. And Shae, tell them how they can donate to us.
Yeah, so let me make sure I say the right thing because I don't know how many days I've been saying the old Cash App that somebody tried to make. Make sure you send it to $the 419 grind. I think the last couple days I was just saying 419 grind. That is a fake account. I hope nobody sent anything to that one. It's the 419 grind.
Yep.
There you go.
So, we'll be back tomorrow, Shae?
Yep. So, until next time. Mwah.
You are listening to 419 Grind Podcast, Toledo's source for exclusive news in music, business, sports, and entertainment. Turn it up.